But you know who was up next, don't you? They sent for him. He showed up. He didn't have his chips. Hook versus Anthony Henry. And I had one question at the beginning. How does he make his hair do that? It's just all over the place. It looks, like it was the Doc in Back to the Future, only he's not gray.
Doc Brown.
Doc Brown. So Hook got all over him with suplexes and cross faces and blah, blah, blah. And fucking beat him quickly as he should with the tap out, the red rum. But Danhausen comes out and tries to curse him during the match while he's going into his finish. And the announcer's like, well, it didn't work. You think it didn't work? They're surprised it didn't. Somehow Hook is invulnerable to this fucking guy cursing people. How could he have accomplished this? Remember I said, like the Danhausen stuff when I was hearing audio of his interviews about everyday life, once you apply him to wrestling, can't stand it. So I wrote Taz should suplex somebody for letting this fucking Danhausen into this. They're going to fuck this kid up. And then Danhausen gets on the microphone and says some stupid shit in that voice and gives Hook the finger point where he puts his finger in Hook's chest and Hook just walks off. If he'd grabbed Danhausen and fucking suplexed him out of his shoes, they'd have thrown the babies in the air. But a fucking Halloween store reject punks Hook out and sticks his finger in his face, and Hook just ignores him and walks off. So they had something there till they dropped it. What do you think?
We're talking about people who have been there from the very beginning and how they need to freshen things up. Danhausen got a big reaction from the people. Even though he hasn't been explained and he hasn't done much, those fans know who he is and reacted to him. And I'm not justifying any of this because I think Hook should be kept far away from any of this silliness because he seems serious. But maybe Danhausen's just the new Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy doesn't mean what he did a few years ago to those ironic fans. Now they got Danhausen. He's a better upgraded Orange Cassidy. A gimmick. Nothing but a gimmick out there. Maybe not as insulting as Orange Cassidy, because at least people... Although I did see something. Did you see the thing with William Regal last week?
No.
I guess it was after...
What thing?
It must have been after the show, but they taped it and put it on YouTube where Danhausen put a spell on William Regal, and William Regal put it over. Started getting wobbly legs and pretending like he was really cursed, while Moxley and Danielson stood there and watched the festivities.